Isoroku Yamamoto was the commander-in-chief of the combined fleet during World War II. He played a large role in the Battle of Midway. He was born in 1884 in Japan. He served his country for 42 years until his death in 1943. Chester W. Nimitz was a fleet admiral for the United States during the Battle of Midway. He was born in Texas in 1885. He was promoted to admiral after his predecessor shouldered most of the blame for Pearl Harbor.
On December 7th, 1941, Japan staged a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, severely damaging the U.S. Pacific Fleet. Japan then launched a relentless attack that swept through the U.S. territories of Guam, Wake Island, and the Philippines. The Japanese then sought to complete what they began at Pearl Harbor and destroy the U.S. carrier fleet in Midway. Admiral Yamamoto chose to invade a target relatively close to Pearl Harbor to draw out the American fleet, but instead, thanks to major advances in code breaking, the United States was able to preempt and counter Japan's ambush of its few remaining aircraft carriers. During the Battle of Midway, the United States was severely outnumbered, yet well prepared. The battle began when bombers from Midway Island struck the Japanese invasion force about 220 miles southwest of the U.S. fleet. Early the next morning, Japanese planes from the strike force attacked and bombed Midway while the Japanese carriers escaped damage from U.S. land-based planes. At about 10:30 a.m., 36 carrier-launched U.S. dive bombers caught the Japanese carriers while their decks were cluttered with armed aircrafts and fuel. The U.S. planes sank 3 of the heavy Japanese carriers and 1 heavy cruiser. In the late afternoon, U.S. planes disabled the 4th heavy carrier. The Battle of Midway brought the Pacific naval forces of Japan and the United States to approximate parity and marked a turning point of the military struggle between the two countries.
They will be reminded that peace is the highest aspiration of the American people. We will negotiate for it, sacrifice for it. We will not surrender for it now or ever. We are Americans.